All right. What are they tripping on today?
This is when I understood, like, this is politics. Oh, they're coming after me because I'm useful.
Here we go again.
And they're trying to beat my husband, so they're trying to slow me down, right? And some of those first articles, they would always start, she was wearing a purple sheath and she had on this pair of shoes. It wouldn't matter what I said, Kiki.
Oh, God. Why is she making me do this? Why? Again?
The article would start with what I had on.
Wow.
And I realized, oh, this is how they do women in politics.
Only you're not in politics. You're the wife. You're the first lady. You're not really in politics. He's in politics. You never even ran for dog catcher, leader of the PTA board, or an ice cream truck. What have you ever run for? Why you want to make me do this to you? I like black women.
This is how we treat women in public life. We diminish them to just what they look like.
Oh, we worship them. I mean, let's be clear here, guys. Let's be clear, Johnson. Hold on a second. Hold on. Yeah, there are a lot of women that get judged incorrectly, like totally by their looks initially, but that's like everything. I mean, we do the same thing with all beings. We make judgments based on how someone looks. But eventually, if you're an airhead, people notice that and they act accordingly.
And not what I'm saying now. I'm giving impassionate speeches. I think people know now that I can give a speech.
Okay.
Yes, you can speak. You're very well spoken. Here's the kicker though. What were you speaking about? I mean, as I recall, a lot of the speeches, they weren't hard on like substance. They were hard on the abstract. Like, you could be tall like this wall and play basketball. Keep hope alive. Yeah, that's campaign rhetoric. That really wasn't anything that was going to help people's lives, really. That's not going to change the course of politics. That's not going to make the Democrats respect black Americans and actually do right by their number one constituency, their most loyal voting bloc. I mean, if you need a refresher, allow me to remind you.
Never doubting for a single minute that you're loved and cherished and have a place in this world. And thanks to their faith and their hard work, we both were able to go to college. So I know firsthand from their lives and mine that the American dream endures.
Oh, because you were able to go to college. Hey, for the record, I know a lot of people that could not go to college. They couldn't afford to go to college, and some people that went to college who couldn't afford to stay in college. May the church say amen.
Amen.
But, as long as it worked out for you.
I have to say that my personal routine hasn't changed much in the past 11 years because I'm married to a man who has worked out all of his life, and regardless of how busy he is, he finds the time to work out.
Aha! Talking about appearances, talking about workout routines and being in shape and your body and how you look. And I don't remember you cutting her off and going, hey, let's not talk about my gowns. Let's not talk about, me and Barack and what we do physically and how we look and stuff like that. I mean, you were a willing participant. I mean, I know there's a lot of people out there that love Michelle Obama, but you got to remember, this was like her thing, Johnson. Her thing was fashion, looks, pageantry, and trying to represent. And now she's coming back and making it seem like it was a pigeonhole that she was put into when it was like her go-to, because I believe it was a lot less controversial for her to just talk about clothes. Talk about designers. Instead of talking about social justice or black people getting home loans, or black people getting business loans, or black people in STEM and the other sciences, or trade schools for our kids, and all these other options that should have been on the table, that should have been a focus, that you could have made a priority and did not.
and revealing that she has her own self-doubts.
I still feel that at some level I have something to prove because of the color of my skin, because of the shape of my body.
It's like Michelle took a page out the Oprah playbook, because it was like 40 years of Oprah complaining about her weight. Face it, Oprah, you weren't meant to be skinny, okay? And then we got Michelle Obama, and she's complaining about her body. And she's complaining about racism as if everybody that you've ever known for the last 25 years didn't do anything except kiss your ass. I mean, what about the rest of us? I mean, if you're saying you can't get a fair shake in society, what does that say about me? Or my wife? Or my kids? Hey, man, Michelle Obama is one of the most powerful women that has ever existed. And particularly in Black America, the most revered woman on the planet is Michelle Obama. We're talking more popular than Diana Ross, Diana Summer, Shirley Ralph, Vivica Fox, Halle Berry's, Kiki Shepard, Kiki Palmer. I mean, you name someone. Octavia Spencer, Viola Davis, name them, keep naming them, Stephanie Mills. I mean, she is Angela Bassett. I mean, name a sister, a Black woman that is more revered than Michelle Obama. And what do we get every time we hear from her these days? Complaints. Complaints and conversation about things that really don't matter to life. I mean, really, how about the real shit that we need, you know, to make our lives better? Or how about you using some of your political capital to go out and pressure lawmakers to get things done for us? Michelle Obama has never pressured lawmakers to get anything done for the community at all. Nothing. Name a time. It doesn't look like anybody had to twist her arm to get her to do this dance routine. Looks like she's having fun. Michelle's whole complaint is that America judges women too much by their looks. And that would not just be America, that'd be the globe, by the way. But, I mean, yeah, it's true. I'm not going to deny that she's right about people getting judged by their looks, but people get judged by their car, their tie, their zip codes. I mean, everything, every step of the day, every way you look. That's what people are judged for. And it's not like this is a new thing. This is everyone who's ever existed is judged on these things. And they're not right. It's just the way it is. It's human nature. I think it was part of our survival instinct, you know? You need to judge a saber-toothed tiger to see what kind of teeth he's got. Maybe he'll eat me. I mean, this is all a natural thing, but why are you complaining about it? Every time I turn around, she's complaining about something. You're a multi-millionaire at this point. What you got to do to be happy? Like, and if you're not going to be happy, at least be quiet, because you're living better than 99.9% of people on the planet and still not happy. Okay, if you want to complain about the fact people saw you as a woman and judge your looks, okay, fine. But remember, there's some people making a very good living using their looks. And by the way, I don't remember you complaining that much about it. You seemed all right with it.
First Lady, always so fit. The First Lady of fashion as well. When the Obamas leave the White House this week, Michelle Obama will leave behind her own legacy, inspiring so many women for her initiatives and also with her style. And our good friend Nightline anchor Juju Chang is here with a closer look. Always good to see you, Juju.
Always good to see you, Robin. You know, she's known as the girl from the South Side of Chicago who earned degrees from Princeton and Harvard, smart enough to give a speech as powerfully as her husband, but savvy enough to understand the power of fashion. Not just to make a statement, but to make a point.
The article would start with what I had on.
Wow.
And I realized, oh, this is how they do women in politics.
As if they're really walking around judging Elizabeth Warren on her looks. Nah, it's their garbage policies. They suck too. Or, AOC, they judge her on looks, but they also look at her policy. I mean, there's always that conversation. And it's not like men get a pass on this. I mean, you know how many jokes I heard people make about Tim Scott? Coy Booker? Raphael Warnock? They said he looked like Alf. I mean, I'm just keeping it real here. But the bottom line, fam, we got real stuff going on in the black community. Real things happening in black neighborhoods. Lack of investment. Do you realize home ownership went down? Once upon a time, we were at 52% back in the 90s, the early 90s. And then after the crash that happened under Obama, we went down to 45%, and now we're at like 44% home ownership. Meanwhile, Latino households at above 50, and white households are still well above 70, Asians as well. So we got real issues. And what about venture capital funding? I remember complaining back in 2015 that only 2% of venture capital funding went to black small businesses or majority-owned black small businesses. And I thought that 2% was bad, because it is. And then I looked it up this week, and I realized it was less than 0.5. Actually, it's 0.32. Yeah, they cut the 2% into less than 0.5%. That's how much venture capital investment goes into black small businesses. Even though they put us on Shark Tank every week as if we're killing it. So yeah, Michelle Obama, we got a lot of things we could all complain about. You could complain about that Vogue spread, or that time someone commented on your shoes or your purse. But I'd rather complain about the lack of investment in black communities, the lack of business opportunities, and the lack of home ownership. Because to me, that's far more important than the personal gripes you got with your husband working a lot, or if the dog was out, or the girls being an empty nester, or whatever you're talking about on your podcast with your big brother. I mean, I'm not expecting you to solve all the problems that ails the black community, but if you're not going to at least try, maybe you can shut up. Respectfully.
Catch Tim Black live on the most dangerous show in America, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Times. Don't miss out on the real. Stay dangerous.